name is Jack. I'm currently field staff with GVI here out in Cape Town, and I just wanted to give some advice regarding A-Level Results Day. A-Level Results can be a stressful and overwhelming day, a day of mixed emotions, whether that be anticipation, nervousness, constant butterflies, or success, happiness, and sometimes disappointment. And with that day, it's important to remember the choices that are available to you, whether you have achieved what you wanted to, or in some cases, whether you haven't. So for me, my results day was different. I was already out here in Cape Town, so I didn't have the classic day of going to my high school, opening up an envelope, and seeing what results I had inside. Instead, I was constantly refreshing UCAS to see if my universities had accepted me, and phoning back home to see if my mum could pick up my results and tell me exactly what I had achieved for different subjects. And if anything, that was even more stressful because I was completely helpless. I didn't know what I could do to see what my results were. But actually, it worked out fine. I got my results, I was really pleased with them, and was lucky enough to be accepted into Sussex University, where I'll be starting in September. I think for me, I decided to go on a gap year. I deferred my entry to Sussex and have decided to went to Cape Town for a year to work with GVI as a field staff member on our various projects. And that was probably one of the best decisions I've made. The reason I took a gap year and didn't go straight into university was because as I'm studying international development, I wanted to ensure that I had some practical knowledge and understanding of the area I was going into, that I wanted to actually contribute to the sector before I started studying it, so I could actually make sure whether I wanted and certain that I wanted to be part of that study. I think passion is incredibly important, and making sure that you are studying an area that you are passionate about is important. So I wanted to do that. But as well as getting practical understanding of the sector, I also wanted to get an understanding of the world and different cultures, and travel with a purpose to make a long-term meaningful difference. And that's exactly what I've done. What advice I would give people regarding A-Level results is think about the choices available to you. If you haven't achieved, and as heartbreaking and as disappointing that is, don't view it as a calamity. View it as an opportunity. View it as a chance to put yourself in the hot seat and question what you want to do, what are your motivations for going to university, and what you actually want to study. Are you going to university purely based on your parents' expectations? Are you going to university just because it's considered the norm? Don't do it for those reasons. Consider, what do I want? What do I want my future to look like, and how can I get there? And there's several ways you can do that. Whether university might be the best option. You might have a course that you're set on, and that's brilliant, go for it. But maybe there is a course that you've applied to and you're not too sure about it. And if that's the case, I would advise taking some time to consider, do I want to do this? Is there anything else I'd rather do? And if you haven't got a clue, you're not too sure what you want to do, then take a gap year, explore the different options, explore different sectors. Whether it's going traveling to find yourself, as it's such a cliche, but it's true. Work out who you are and what you want to achieve, because then based on that, you can work out what you want to do. But the way you explore your options is talking to different people, whether it's your professors, whether it's your parents, whether it's your friends, or it's different online forums. I think that's exactly what I did. I think going to university after this experience will be almost easier. I've experienced living away from home, not just a few miles down the road, but 8,000 miles away. So I'm used to that separation from back home. And I'm also used to living with different people. And I think that's one of the biggest pressures of university, that you're in a house with people you've never met before. Whereas because of the experience of volunteering and traveling, that I've constantly been meeting new people, sharing different hostels with various different people from all over the world of all different ages. And the university is a lot like that. And I think as I've got that experience, especially the living part will be a lot easier. But also in terms of my course, that I'm aware of what organisations are doing in the fields that I want to go into. And I think that's going to be so beneficial to my course, that I've got a practical awareness and understanding of this is exactly how it's done, and this is because of that knowledge I know what I can do.